Hey guys, Strong Style Studios back again. This time we're reviewing WWE's Battleground. It is your host, Noah.
The Orange Dream, Justin.
Champion Alex.
The Struggle Bus, Alex.
Struggle Bus.
So, brief rundown, what'd you guys think?
This show wasn't as bad as last year's Battleground, which was the worst show of that year, but it came closer than it possibly should have. This show pretty much sucked.
This show was a one-hit wonder. The first match was good, and you should have stopped watching after that.
Yep.
Because it never got better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This was an extended episode of Raw.
Yep.
A bad one at that.
Yeah.
Alright, let's just jump right in. The first match, we had the Usos taking on the Wyatt family in a 2 out of 3 falls match for the tag team titles.
This was definitely the match of the night, easily. The only thing worth watching. This was the best match these teams have had. They seem to have great chemistry together. The first 2 falls were pretty average, but then fall 3 they really kicked it into gear with the false finishes. The crowd just bit so hard on some of them. I bit on a few of them. They went all out in the third fall and made this a really great opener.
I agree. This was a tremendous match. The first 2 falls were pretty basic, you know, just a nice heat segment. The Wyatts, the Usos had their hope spots, and then like the third fall started, and they went into overdrive, and it became pretty much an indie-style tag team match where they just threw everything but the kitchen sink at each other, and it was fantastic. I absolutely loved it. I think both teams had never looked better.
Yeah, I have to agree. I mean, you guys mentioned that the first 2 falls were a little iffy. You didn't see much out of the Wyatts because it was mainly a heat segment, which I thought it worked. And I did like the stipulation of 2 out of 3 falls.
Yeah.
Kind of a classic stipulation. Great match. I thought that, I don't know if it was Jimmy or Jay, or one of them looked amazing, was doing planchas and
I think it's
diving
Jimmy that
all
does
over
like all the crazy shit. Like he does like the twist of fate move.
Okay. There was a lot of big near falls, big moves, so...
Luke Harper looked like a fucking monster in this match.
Yes, he did.
That guy's a star in the making.
His big boot, vicious.
Oh, that lariat too, man.
Yeah.
Whew.
It's nasty. But I felt like this was the time to pull the trigger on the Wyatts. I was a little disappointed. I think these teams have had quite a few matches, a long feud. I think this was the time, but I wouldn't be opposed to seeing more from these guys.
Absolutely.
Right.
I give this 4.
I give it 4 as well.
I gave this 3 3/4.
Boo on you.
What can you do? All right, next we had Rollins had a promo backstage. Ambrose cut him off and attacked him here. Ends up getting thrown out of the building, and Triple H calls off the match.
So then...
way to say fuck you to your audience.
So I guess we can just talk about all this right now. Then later on, Rollins comes out and he says he wants to be announced the winner by forfeit. And then Ambrose finds his way back in the building, starts beating on Rollins. The refs and the security and everybody starts separating them. And then later on, Rollins goes to the parking lot and he's ambushed by Ambrose, and Rollins ends up escaping and driving away. And that's pretty much it.
My biggest problem with this was the match that most people wanted to see, obviously.
Yeah.
I understand they want the first time matchup to be at SummerSlam. That's fine. I understand that. If that's the case, 1, you shouldn't have booked it, or 2, you should have just booked the match and have it happen, and then like have it just a non-finish, like where both guys wrestle for like 5 minutes and then immediately like they go out the outside and just brawling around crazy and they get counted out. Something. Give us something. Don't do the bullshit of a match being canceled, because that is never smart. It just pisses the audience off. Okay, and it's not in. You could have done so many better ways with this. Instead, you went for the classic bullshit of, oh, he gets thrown in the building and then he somehow sneaks in. Oh my god, and it's like we've seen it a million fucking times. It's boring.
Yeah, it wasn't a spectacular brawl either. It was very average. So.
And like you said, this is a match that a lot of people tuned in to see. Yeah. I wanted to see it. We all wanted to see it a lot.
Absolutely.
And you're trying to convince people to buy the WWE Network, pay $10 a month, and you get to see all the pay-per-views, which is the main thing that people would tune in to see.
Absolutely.
And when you're giving them, it's not even non-finishes. You're not even giving them matches you promised. And you're trying to convince people you're going to give them a good product. And it was just last year that people were calling and demanding their money back for some of the pay-per-views last year because they were so bad. And this was a bad idea.
This is absolutely
poorly done. Anyway, let's go on to match number 2. Next was the Divas title match. We had Paige versus AJ Lee. Alex?
I have never been so disappointed by two women who I love and think that are great wrestlers.
That is heavy,
That's an untrue
heavy
statement.
stuff.
Yeah.
Never been so disappointed by two women I love.
And wrestler, oh, shut the fuck. Oh, you made it dirty.
You set yourself up.
I know, I did that.
this was
Whatever.
really disappointing.
I am
I
disappointed.
thought it was going to be better.
I loved you.
Go fuck yourself. Anyway, this match was. I was excited for it because I think both these girls are great wrestlers, great workers. I thought naturally, oh, this would be great because they can both wrestle. This was not great. I mean, these two just did not click in the ring. Basically, that's all I can say is they weren't very good together, and hopefully the rematch is better. I think a big part of this match that was wrong with it was one, both of them are trying to play the babyface role. And I don't think both of them are. I don't think it doesn't really work that well with both of them playing the babyface role. So hopefully now that Paige is a heel, it'll get better, and just the whole feud in general has been kind of disappointing.
I thought their communication was off and that their timing was off from the beginning, and then that was obvious by the really bad botched spots like toward the end that really hurt the match a lot. And they just didn't seem to have a lot of chemistry. I feel like they could, maybe they need some more matches under their belt, and they could because they're both capable. Yep. This was definitely I felt like this was a good chance for them to showcase the Divas division, and it was disappointing. So
yeah, got to agree with what both you guys said. It was sloppy. It wasn't what these two are capable of. Sorry, that threw me off. Nobody else hear that. All right. Oh, and another thing I wanted to mention about this match was the commentary it was brutal to sit through. Because it was like a good 5 minutes of listening to JBL and Cole and Lawler have no idea what frenemy is. Not a clue. And I
don't know what it is either, but I don't really care.
I wouldn't spend that much time talking about it if they have no idea.
What's frenemy mean? I don't know. Okay, moving on then.
Screw it.
There you go. That's how you
But
solve it.
I think they tried. They thought they knew what it meant. That's the worst part.
Like, I don't know who writes the shit for the commentators, but like, you can't be having, guys who are in their 50s talking about stuff that they clearly don't understand because they just sound
They've
like
been doing that for
they sound like
years.
rambling morons.
Yeah.
Okay, imagine could you see Jim Ross talking about frenemies?
I wouldn't want to.
No. Okay, so stick with what they're good at,
Yeah, so I guess this match ratings, I gave it a star and a quarter.
Star and a quarter.
Star and a half. All right, next we had Orton backstage seeking Kane in the dungeon.
Kane,
Jesus Christ.
Kane, you shouldn't be here right now.
Yeah, Kane comes out and he cuts this amazing monotone.
This was like
promo.
a generic horror movie dialogue. It was bad.
It was.
This was like the walkthrough of
Yeah.
This is a low budget.
I think this was the first take, and there's like, oh fuck, we don't have time to film another one. Just do this one. I guarantee you, man. There's no way they could have thought this was the best take.
It was almost like someone said to Kane, "Do you know your lines, Kane? Give it to me one time," because it was just dead, nothing.
Yeah.
Then we go from that excitement to the ring, where we have Rusev and Lana come out. Lana cuts a promo, puts over Putin.
Yep.
And
still makes me laugh.
Putin picture is just.
It is a nice
Putin
picture.
is the most over heel in WWE right now.
Oh yeah,
he is.
They just hate him.
He's one of the most over
Really
heels in the
poking
world
the
right
bear.
now. Yeah.
Lana
He can get that
slaps
heel
them.
heat.
He's gonna get signed. He's gonna get signed.
Look at the whole UN.
Watch out, NXT.
He gets that nuclear heat, man.
Yeah. Perfect.
Well said.
Perfect.
And I win that round.
This leads to Rusev versus Swagger and the disappointment that ensued. So.
Yeah, this was just a very slow, plodding, basic at best match. There was a lot of submission holds, lots of segments where Rusev was holding Swagger in a nerve hold, and lots of submissions. There wasn't a lot of action in this match. It was slow. They didn't do they didn't do anything special. They had a very basic match, and it concluded in a count out, which didn't help anybody. So it just, I don't know, this was just a dud. They had a decent angle going in, but this killed it.
This was a prime example of the proof that you can't have a hot angle and then kill it with one match. because that's basically what they did.
Mm-hmm.
I think if I understand you don't want to have Swagger lose, you don't have Rusev lose. Okay, well then you could have done something. Have a disqualification finish. Have them both brawl. Like you didn't do the count out finish with Ambrose, whatever. In Rollins, you could have them going brawl on the outside, get it both get counted out. Something, man.
Somehow they made Swagger look weak with the way they did that count out, and they didn't make Rusev look straight. They made him look weak too.
Yeah. I will compliment though. Rusev did remember to sell the ankle.
He sold. I will.
He sold.
I will say that.
Or maybe Swagger really did try to break his ankle. Who knows?
Either way, he sold.
Yeah, exactly.
What about ratings? Because this was. I mean, I agree with
star and a half.
Star and a half.
Yeah, star and a half. All right, moving on. We had a promo from Stardust and Goldust, and they were looking for the Cosmic Key.
This was actually really funny.
I'm sorry. I know Cody Rhodes deserves better than this, but he is so damn good at being that Stardust character.
I honestly like this character. At least he owns it.
Exactly. That's it's a lot like Goldust. Like he owns it so well that it makes it work. I just hope that they start booking him for matches. Like I'd love to see him get maybe like go after the tag team titles or something like that.
It kind of reminds me of Dusty, how you could saddle him with anything and he'd get over somehow.
Yeah.
So Cody's got that same.
It's enjoyable for the time being, just to keep it a placeholder until they find
They have really good. I mean, obviously they're brothers, but they have great chemistry and
it's funny as hell.
Yeah, it is.
I laugh every time.
And who isn't looking for the Cosmic Key?
Really, that's what we're all looking for.
That's the mystery of life right there.
Yeah.
All right. Next was the segment with Seth Rollins where we had the attack. And following that, we had the next match, which was Bray Wyatt versus Chris Jericho.
I thought this was definitely like a SmackDown match. This was just, I don't know, I was expecting a lot better than this. These guys didn't seem to either bring their A game on this match. They didn't have a lot of really good chemistry. I don't think they've worked together before.
No.
I mean,
they had wrestled
house show maybe, or
no, they wrestled in NXT a year ago.
Yeah.
Way back when. I just think that maybe Jericho was probably a little out of practice maybe.
Well, I just thought their styles didn't. They couldn't figure out how to make their styles work in this match.
Yeah.
I'm sure the next one will be better because I remember who was it? Like Jericho came back and faced another guy and it was pretty bad too. And then the very next show he was awesome. So I just think with Jericho it takes him a while to get the gears going, but once he does, he's hitting on all cylinders.
Yeah, I mean I didn't think this was awful. It just and then
very
just didn't build. There was no build at all.
And it ended when you thought it was building towards something, it just ended.
Yeah, that was just out of nowhere. It was just what the.
And when was the last time you saw Jericho hit the code breaker for the win? I mean that was. And we've seen guys kick out of that.
It was one move pin and Wyatt looks pretty weak.
Yeah,
I mean, Jericho didn't need to win.
And Wyatt needs to start winning. You can't keep losing to the top guy. Just because he's facing the top guy doesn't mean you can keep
especially
losing.
Jericho.
And when you
got
two guys that come out regularly and you're still losing matches and you got these guys helping you.
Yeah,
it just looks bad.
It's bad.
My favorite part of this match was there was something on Jericho's face, like a skid mark on his cheek, and he's out by the crowd, and some guy goes, "Hey, wipe your face! Wipe your face!"
I missed that.
I did too. That's really funny.
Best part. But anyway, what were you guys' ratings, Alex?
I'll go 2.
I went 2 as well, which is a lot lower than I had hoped this match would be. But
a lot lower.
I went 2 1/4. No, it wasn't total shit.
It wasn't that bad. Just
I think
SmackDown
we just expected more. From
yeah,
sure. Yeah, I agree.
So,
next we had the parking lot segment of the Rollins Ambrose
saga.
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 And after that, we had the Intercontinental Championship Battle Royal. Yeah, which was 20 men?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay, well I missed one because I only got 19.
Whatever. Okay.
But it doesn't really matter.
Oh, I think it was supposed to be 20, but RVD had to pull out, so maybe they moved.
Yeah, RVD wasn't there.
Yeah.
RVD always pulls out, so I heard. So.
But he doesn't inhale.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, he would admit to that.
Allegedly.
He'd admit to that.
Yeah.
But so this match, this was a solid battle royal. I thought it was fine. It was TV quality. There was some good stuff at the end.
Some cool spots.
Yeah.
But I thought that
Kofi had the usual cool.
Yep.
Overall,
looked good until eliminated Heath Slater, which was like, what the fuck was that?
That was random.
Really.
Yeah.
Really.
Sheamus and Ziggler had a great back and forth.
Yeah.
That was completely ruined by the fact that The Miz did the classic heel shit of the guy hiding outside the ring and nobody fucking notices, and then he comes in the last minute and we all fucking remember that he's still in the match.
Yeah.
So as soon as Ziggler went like, here comes Miz, and yep, there we go.
And the worst thing is this is something he himself has done before.
Yeah.
In a match before.
Yeah.
He did it in the Royal Rumble one year. Like,
What? Listen, WWE. Let me explain.
we remember these things.
Yeah. Also, let me just put on something right now, okay? You had Ziggler, who is obviously one of the most over guys in the company. The fans love him. Everyone loves Dolph Ziggler.
And they know they love him because they play off it.
And what do? You have him teased to be winning, and then you have the fucking Miz, who is, honest to God, probably the most hated. He has X-Pac level heat.
Yeah, it's not good heat.
Yeah,
No.
it's the go away heat.
The only person I think that's more hated on the WWE roster than the Miz is probably Eva Marie. Probably. Okay,
Wow.
Miz is fucking
that's hate.
hated.
That is hate, yeah.
Nobody likes this guy. He's not good. He's not over. He's never. He was over for like a split second, and then people realize, oh wait, this guy can't fucking wrestle. He sucks.
Even Michael Cole got off that sinking ship.
Yeah.
You know?
When Michael Cole knows to abandon a bandwagon, you got trouble.
It's time to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't really say much more after Alex just buried Miz, but
he's fucking horrible.
But I agree that they could not pick really a worse guy in this match because Miz has been there, done that with the IC title. He's had it several times. No one cares about him at all.
Yeah. Now I will say though, they finally made him somewhat more, something more fresh with this new character he's going for, the Hollywood character.
How?
It's a little, yeah, he's stealing from Tyler Breeze.
Yeah, it's completely lifted off Tyler Breeze.
And Tyler Breeze does this so much better.
Yeah, and they're in the same company. And
yeah.
I mean,
and it's the same thing. It's like, you know, like when Brodus Clay apparently came up with the Hall of Fame idea, and then they gave it to Mark Henry. It's like, you know, stop stealing people's gimmicks from your own company.
Mark Henry's was good though.
It was, no question.
Yeah.
But Miz to Tyler Breeze, I'll take Tyler Breeze over Miz any fucking day of the week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know. Miz is just why? You know, like what could they possibly think? That
what could this guy possibly give to your company that he hasn't already tried to give and failed horribly? This guy was the main event of WrestleMania, and he's still not fucking.
I would have rather. Just looking at the name, I would have rather had freaking like
Del Rio could have won. I would have been like, oh, at least we'll get some good matches. At least.
Yeah, they could.
Probably won't give a shit about him, but we'll get some good matches.
Anything but Miz.
I'll take Heath Slater winning because
at
least then the internet would have fucking lost their goddamn minds.
I guess other than Khali.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I was disappointed that one of the Los Matadores was in this match, but El Torito wasn't.
Yeah, El Torito should have taken the 20th.
Absolutely, man. That would have been awesome.
Should have had an interaction with Khali.
So, what'd you guys rate this match?
I gave it 2, which is good for a battle royal, I guess. You know, like it was a solid battle royal.
2, I guess. You know.
Yeah, I actually.
I don't know how to rate battle royals really. It's kind of hard to.
2 is about standard for a decent battle royal.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't total shit, but it wasn't good.
I haven't seen like a 4-star battle royal that wasn't like a Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
you know,
sure.
So.
All right, and then we had the main event for the WWE World Championship. We had Cena versus Kane versus Orton versus Roman Reigns. This is what we were all waiting for.
Do you want to take this one? Go ahead.
Well, all right, sure. One thing, the match started off. Did anybody else notice they went immediately to the John Cena steel stairs?
Yeah, I did. I commented on that when we were watching. Me and Alex were watching.
As soon as I saw that, I was like, "What? Now what? Where are they going to go from here?"
Cena's spot's already over.
Yeah, I thought Cena wasn't even going to try the rest of the match. He's like, well, my favorite spot's over. What am I going to do? He is the master of that.
It's his favorite spot.
Nobody can move those stairs like Cena can.
No, he hits that as hard as he can.
And he found the sweet spot too, because they always topple over.
Yeah. And I love that he hits it like his arms go boop, like flailing after it.
Yeah,
I'm surprised.
The only person I think that took this stair spot better was Foley, because he would fucking kill himself.
But I'm surprised, like now, whenever there's a stair spot, people are like, "Oh, shades of John Cena."
that should become a meme.
Yeah,
make it happen.
Whatever happens, Cena somewhere laughing.
That
stole that from me.
Let me show you how to move some stairs.
Anyway, that was
So yeah, that was pretty.
And then there was the rest of the match.
Yeah, I enjoyed
the match
that.
happened.
Yeah.
Basically, the story of this match was that Kane and Orton were going to work together. Kane was going to was supposed to make sure that Orton won.
Yeah.
Which, of course, this fell apart just like every other time this story is told.
Like 7 minutes in, probably.
Which, you realize when you're watching it, like, well, if Kane really wants to, just lay down. Why not just lay down?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But he didn't, so you knew he was going to turn on him.
Yep. I did like that they made Roman Reigns look pretty good in this match. I think he got his shit in a lot, and obviously I think they wanted the stare down between him and Cena to be a lot more epic, and it didn't come off that big.
Well, I think it's because they teased it and they didn't do it.
They teased it like twice.
Yeah, and then they finally did it.
Yeah.
So by that time, the crowd was already like, "Oh, I was ready for it the first time."
Yeah, it's like it's about time.
Yeah, exactly. But it became a finisher fest at the end. But they had some good shit in here.
It did get a "This is awesome" chant, I believe.
Yeah.
At one point.
But as Trademark would say, that's the most that's the most common chant nowadays.
Yeah.
It's like a chant for every fucking match.
Yeah. I don't know, this match, it was pretty generic for most of it, but then toward the end, I actually liked the finisher fest aspect. They had 4 guys in there, why not? You know?
Yeah.
And it got pretty exciting.
Roman Reigns doing the apron drop kick to all 3 guys, around the ring, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I still think the guy needs work. He's I don't think he's ready to be the main eventer yet. He's obviously got the potential. He just needs to. He needs to get needs some more moves, and I think he just needs to be a little bit more aggressive.
He needs some maybe a singles feud with a guy.
Yeah, he needs singles matches. He needs.
Yeah.
We need to see
him versus Cesaro would be a great way to get him over, I think.
And to show, that's a guy that can work with him in the ring.
Exactly. But we'll see.
So yeah, decent, pretty good as far as the match goes.
Yeah, it was. It was about as. I think it probably achieved about as good as we expected it, I think.
But did it do anything for the storyline? Not really. It feels like this was exactly what we expected going in.
It did get the idea that Roman Reigns can hang with these main eventers, which I think is a good thing to have. But at the same time, it's like, well, he still didn't beat him, It's like
I think they really, I don't know. I think he needs some singles matches because he wasn't really the focus of this match.
Yeah.
Because I think he was definitely, featured and stuff, but the fact that Cena and Orton were in there and it was being a fatal 4-way, I think they need matches where, because I didn't think the crowd reacted to him as much as they wanted them to, I didn't think he was as over as they wanted him to be. I think they need to see more of him showing he's got the goods before they're going to buy into it.
All right. What'd you give this match overall?
I give it 3. It was solid, acceptable main event, but not enough to save the show.
3.
I gave this 2 3/4. Too much Kane. Here's one thing I gotta say: this is there has been way too much Kane in the main events of pay-per-views.
Yeah.
Throughout history.
In general. I'm not saying this year. I'm just saying throughout my lifetime.
The last 15 years.
There's too much Kane.
Scary thought here. Kane has main evented the last. No, he didn't make that payback. I think that back. But of the last 4 pay-per-views, he's been evented 3 out of the 4.
That's unacceptable.
Yeah.
Okay, so overall ratings of this show.
I would give this a 5, kind of a weak 5, but this show, for what its potential and everything, it wasn't going to be a great show, but considering they threw out Rollins and Ambrose, everything between the opener and the main event was complete garbage. I actually could probably drop this down if I wanted to, but
I'll go 4.5. The one match was good, and then everything else was just raw quality, bad raw quality. I understand this is meant to build up to SummerSlam, but if that's the case, you did a pretty shit job because I was disappointed after the show.
Yeah, I agree. I hate to be super wishy-washy, but I'm going to split the middle and go with 4.75. I didn't, like you guys said, there's really not much here to seek out.
No.
There's the first match. The main event isn't even worth watching because it's a good match.
You've seen a million matches like it.
Exactly. Just watch Raw. Just watch SmackDown, main event, anything. So, this is not something I would recommend going out of your way to see, especially if you're planning on paying anything more than the $10 that the network offers. All right, that is all for us and our Battleground review. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Take care.